All right, we're back, and this time we are covering week 3 or game 3. We were doing week 0, so we kind of decided to say week 3 because it is the third week, and since we're doing the 2A and 3A teams as their own show, we're just going to say week 3 because it's kind of confusing. I would assume to some of y'all trying to say, wait, this is the second week or is it the third week? Is it third week, second, whatever it is? Because typically they would call it week 0. So we're just going to go ahead and ramble it off as what it is. It's the third week for these programs in 3A, 2A. But we are doing their prediction here. My man Daniel over there rocking his Coolidge gear.
Yes,
I know
sir.
that. He's rocking the baseball jersey.
Hey, you know what? Courtesy of my buddy Rico, definitely
That's
got to shout him out.
that's
Was a
kind of
former
swaggy. I
former
like it.
coach over there for Coolidge baseball, so
He was the
definitely
one
hooked
that's
up.
going. He's the one that's going into the force, right? Trying to become the
Yeah,
sheriff
I
guy,
think
right?
doing the sheriff's department. Yep.
Yeah, we
So,
talked to him that first week over there on the sidelines. I
mhm.
remember. Good guy,
Yeah,
man. Good
so
guy.
he'd always hook us up with some alumni jerseys. We'd sit there and donate to the team. So
I got mine on.
you with the Thatcher,
The
little Thatcher
big
Eagles going on.
Tito, big Thatcher. So yeah, we're going over our 3A, 2A um predictions here. We're gonna kind of jump in. This one should be a little bit quicker, only 12 games. But I'm telling you guys, we're always covering a lot of them. So good stuff coming up here. Let's jump into this. First game out the gate, we got, well, what do you know? We got Coolidge. Coolidge versus Fountain Hills. Now we got to go see, or at least I got to go see Fountain Hills as Rodney Cox went up there, and that's where he actually did his combine this year over there for game time. But this one here, we got number 167 going up against rank 193 Fountain Hills. Um, and let's see here. So, where do you, it's a 50-50 split with our fan base, which I'm kind of leaning. I'm saying, hey, look, you know what? I can see where maybe they're going with that a little bit due to the maybe the history of Coolidge from last year. But from what I've seen this year and whatnot, I'm taking a clear over the max prep selected here, 167 team over the 193. I'm going with Coolidge on this game. Anything that you got to add to it?
You know what? Coolidge coming off a big win last week, snapped a losing streak. So I think when you look at it, I'd say Coolidge is a little bit ahead of Fountain Hills. I know Fountain Hills got shut out against Payson, and then lost pretty decisively against Parker. I think the rankings kind of speak for themselves on that way. And so I think overall, I think Coolidge should get this one, expecting hopefully another close game, but you never know because I thought Chinley would have been able to put up some points against Coolidge and they didn't. So we'll see what Fountain Hills can do, but definitely going to give the edge to Coolidge on this one.
All right, going with that squad you're rocking.
Bear
Um,
down.
right. Next one here, Florence is coming up against ALA Ironwood. Both these teams, one of them is going to win. Their undefeated season is going to end this week. You have ranked 112 versus ranked 119. Um, this one's going to be kind of interesting. I think it could be a little close. Obviously, with the rankings kind of showing that a lot of our people here actually are going with the underdog in this one with ALA Ironwood. Um, where are you going with it? I'm gonna
You
let
know
you
what?
take it.
If I've gone over these two teams a couple of times here. With Florence running that wing T offense, they're going to have a different mindset going into this game. I know ALA Ironwood's going to dare them to throw the football. So if they can be able to be successful, it could be a closer game. But I think ALA Ironwood definitely has the pieces to pick up this victory. I mean, they went against Thatcher and Pusch Ridge, two semifinal teams from last year in the state champions. So I think they've had the tougher draw the first two games, and why they're sitting 2-0 or 0-2. I don't think that they're an 0-2 team. It just happened to be playing a lot tougher opponents. So I'm going to go with ALA Ironwood on this one. Like I said, I just need to see a little bit more from Florence, especially in that pass game.
You know what? Actually, I'm looking at it. Actually, Florence has played some pretty dominant programs too in both Shello and Round Valley. Um, you know, yeah, this one's a tough one for me. I mean, it's a good little matchup here. ALA Ironwood. You know what? And I know you're sitting there like rubbing your hands, going like licking your chops, going, "Go Florence, go Florence," just so we can have a little split here.
Hey, it's your choice at
You
the
know
end of the
what?
day. You know what?
You know
I'm
what?
going just us,
I'm gonna
man.
go
Go
against our
Warriors.
fan base. I'm gonna go with Florence. I'm gonna give them a fighting chance on this one here. I feel honestly, um, I think after this game, ALA Ironwood's got like a path that's gonna be beneficial for them. I think this is one of those games. If Florence doesn't get this, man, we could really be looking at a like maybe a 2-8 or two and whatever season. It might not be very good for them at all.
No.
So they could be having a Coolidge season from last year kind of looking thing. So right, this is the game for Florence. Hey, look, I'm going to throw it down, but other than that, if Max Prep's got you predicted to lose, I'm going that direction going forward. So do me a favor. This is it. See if you can do it for me. You're predicted to win this one, so I'm going with you on it. This is our different split right here already. And I'm going against my fan base. What the heck? Florence got me doing weird stuff. Well, there's no question in the fan base on this one. It's 100%. They're saying Pusch Ridge. They say they want them all the way. 39 ranking over the 145th team here. Um, Eastmark, I mean, Chrisman's always kind of interesting. We just saw Eastmark go ahead and beat Walden Grove tonight. So
16-13.
that's in. So I mean, yeah, Chrisman's been playing some tough, solid squads. Um, and I don't like here we go again. Let's see what happens here. Fan base wise, Pusch Ridge is going their direction. I'm gonna agree. I'm riding the state champions until somebody beats them. I'm rooting for them pretty much for the most part. I'm going that way.
Going with Push Ridge. Okay. For me, I think the fan base, this one I'm gonna say, it's a little biased on this end, but I will tell them it's gonna be a great game. No, I don't expect a blowout here. Maybe last year, the year before, I would expect that. With what Chrisman has this year and what they've shown, barely losing to a 4A team in Eastmark, who just knocked off a really good 4A team in the 4A Keno region. I'm gonna say tune into this one if you can, because I think it's going to be a really close matchup than what they have on paper. 145 versus 39. I got it a lot closer, but at the end of the day, they haven't let me down yet. The Lions are, they're reigning supreme, man. They're defending that title great so far in the first 2 weeks. I think they do it again Friday night, and I think they knock off Chrisman.
All right, there you have it. Both of us, all of us, all going the Pusch Ridge direction. Game 4 coming up here is going to be Dizer versus Sabino. Dizer's coming in ranked 124, Sabino ranked 77th. I think this is where it finally happens for me. I think I agree with the 100% again. Sabino, I think this is where it finally happens. I think for Sabino, I mean, it's week 3 here in a row for me. So I've already had 2 strikes. I don't want to be out here. So I'm going Sabino style here. Hands down. Give it to me. Let's go.
You know what? I like what the people said right here. Maybe they don't know a lot about dice art, but let me tell you, I think my 3A player of the week from last week, Bodie Sanford, is going to have himself a day against dice art. I definitely agree with you and the fans. I think Sabino gets that first win of the season, and you know what? I think they win by a couple touchdowns on this one, because I really like what they did their first 2 games. They were in it, and I think they finish it all the way on this one. So you know what, go Bodie, and give me some Sabino for the win as well.
All right. There we go. All 3 of us swinging the same direction. Let's see here. Seton Catholic comes in. They're playing Safford, ranked 126 on the Seton side, 128 is it, or 120? 120 when it comes to Safford.
Hmm.
Right now, they're going for the underdogs. Right now, Seton Catholic is the one that's kind of impressed them with that win over Santan Charter, and then yet Safford hasn't gotten a win at all. Um, which direction you going on this one?
Oh man, you're giving it to me first. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So I think when you look at it, the biggest thing you got to circle around here is Seton Catholic knocking off Santan Charter. They are a tough 2A team. I think that they'll be in the semifinals, or if not, playing for a state championship at the end of the season. Haven't been all too much impressed with what Safford has done so far this year. So I'm gonna go with the fans here. I'm gonna take Seton Catholic with the technical upset win. I just think you know what they definitely are gonna be riding high after that win against Santan Charter.
I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say something along the same lines here. That loss against Morenci, and then to have Morenci turn around and lose to Tanque Verde
Hmm.
kind of makes me question what's going on over at Safford a little bit. So I'm with you guys. I'm leaning, even though they're the underdog in this game. I'm taking them. I'm going with Seton Catholic until, like, you're right, until Safford comes up and does something to impress me, which they haven't. Now, granted, they've played two decent programs in Morenci and Blue Ridge, but like I'm saying, Morenci, like I thought Morenci was going to be better when they played Tanque Verde. So I mean, either Tanque Verde is amazing, we didn't know about it, but then Tanque Verde lost their first game. So it's been kind of like a who's who right now on this side of the fence.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I'm gonna go with you guys, Seton Catholic direction. That's just I gotta do it. Gotta go that way. Prove it to me, Safford. Prove me wrong. Um, Next one up here, we got Payson versus Santan Foothills. Payson's coming in ranked 94. Santan Foothills at 150. They got a 50-50 split on this game. I'm kind of curious what people are seeing right now. I'm going the Payson route on this one. Hands down, the reason why I feel I'm going that direction is Santan Foothills hasn't done anything for me right now.
Hmm.
I think they're going to kind of start struggling here. I mean, they've got a couple of games here on their schedule that can help them out, but as you can see, they got a stronger schedule than what they're actually ranked right now. So I think this is just going to be a harder season for them this year over at Santan Foothills. Give me Payson.
You know what? I definitely have to agree with you on that one. They've only scored 10 points all season, referring to Santan Foothills, and then getting shut out by Dysart. Did not expect that at all. So it goes to show that, you know what, they have some growing pains right now. So I'm going to take Payson as well. And I think, unless they get that offense going, it might be another big loss for Santan Foothills.
Hey, we're over halfway through. We're going on to game number 7 here, where we have, what is this? Thatcher versus Benjamin Franklin. This could be the 3A game of the week right here. Easy. Um, I'm really liking rank 44 Thatcher versus rank 74th Benjamin Franklin. I think there's a bigger gap here than there should be. I
Mhm.
think these two are a lot closer. We see the pie down here saying 88%. So you got 88% going Thatcher. I'm gonna go Thatcher just because Thatcher hasn't let me down at all. Plus I'm rocking the shirt right now. But I will say this: this is gonna be a super good game to watch. I mean, if you guys are in the neck of the woods or anything towards Benjamin Franklin, make sure you check that game out. Go ahead. What do you think?
Oh man, I've been going over this one all day, going back and forth. You know how I feel about Thatcher. I think I compare him to the snowflakes of the world. Every year they plug in the players and they just seem to not skip a beat. I could say the same about Ben Franklin. I always say that they're the team that just kind of beats up the 3A. When they were in the 4A, they kind of struggled a little bit, but since being back down, they've been contenders for a state championship every year. Got knocked out in the semifinals to Pusch Ridge last year. So this one, I kind of left it up. And you know what? I've never gone against Thatcher, even when it's been a tough game. I've always been confident in them. And I think I'm going to do the same again, even though Ben Franklin, that's a tough place to play, especially if it's a hot night out. That turf runs real hot out there. I was in the stands when they played Coolidge last year, and man, I could feel the heat from there. So hopefully, Coach Jones has his team hydrated, ready to go, being game 3. I just think when you look at it on paper, they kind of played the better team in ALA Ironwood. We've seen, what we them beat River Valley pretty bad. Dysart, I don't think they're that impressive of a team. So let me go with Thatcher on this one. And just for a little bit of stats here, this is the first time these two teams are going to be facing off against each other, and I don't think it'll be the last because they might run across each other in the playoffs for sure.
Good strong game. Good strong game. Like it. All right, next one coming up here. We talked about this one on the other show because of the Douglas angle on it. We have this one. It's going to be Bisbee ranked 172 up against ranked 165 Douglas. It's the match of the 2A 4A mix up here. I already went ahead and said this. I'm going to jump right into it. I'm not going to go astray at all on this show. I picked Douglas. I think Douglas needs this game more so than Bisbee. Douglas isn't going to have. I just think as that 418, they have to do this, especially sitting in that Keno region. So that's where I'm at on that one. I know I see a 50-50 split on this, which it should be a great game. It always is, being one of the oldest rivals in the country, if not the whole, whatnot. So go ahead and you tell me your angle. I forgot what you picked.
I went with Douglas as well. I think that when it came down to it, I think they played a better quality opponent in Flowing Wells. Didn't expect Benson to shut out Bisbee. Kind of told me a lot, even though they picked up the win against Cortez, that's almost like a given, when it comes to a team like Bisbee. I wouldn't have expected them to lose that game. But I think, like you said, Douglas needs it more. And you know what? Either way, I think it's going to be a good rivalry like it is every year. Hopefully, it goes down to the wire again, but I think Douglas pulls it out this year.
All right, Douglas, make it happen. Game number 9, we got Palo Verde versus Tanque Verde. It's the Verde game, the green game. So on this one here, obviously we have ranked 207 versus ranked 146. This one here, just as the fan base is saying, 88% of them is going Tanque Verde. It should go Tanque Verde's way. Um, Obviously, Palo Verde had a great week playing against ALA Anthem. They got Anthem South. They get their first win. I think that's great for them. I think maybe later into the schedule, maybe a Rincon, Coronado, those things like Catalina, those will be some more of their wins. I don't think they get it with Tanque Verde. I think Tanque Verde goes ahead on this one and rocks the win.
No, I definitely agree with you there. I think that win against Morenci was pretty huge, especially for Morenci coming off that win against Safford. It definitely bounced back against Phoenix Christian getting shut out. Just kind of more of a take care of business. This should be a win for Tanque Verde. So I'm going to roll that way as well.
All right. All three of us going the Tanque Verde route. Next game coming up here is going to be our new coming team, Desert Christian versus Santa Rita. It's 72% going Desert Christian. I understand why. Santa Rita is just struggling. I don't know if they'll get a win this year at all. I'm going to go with Desert Christian over Santa Rita, and pretty dominantly. I think this is almost like an ALA anthem kind of match game for them. I think this is one of those games for them that they Desert Christian should have this one. This might be, this is my lock game. This is an easy one for me to pick. I'm going that route. I'm going to the left.
Hey, you know what? I'll definitely agree with that. Santa Rita definitely, as we say from every year, just kind of build on those blocks. Only scored 6 points all season so far. Hopefully, they'll be able to score some more points this week. But I think Desert Christian beating ALA Anthem South definitely. I was like, okay, you know what? This is a team that be in that 500 range probably by the end of the season, maybe more. We'll see. But I think right now they are the better team of the two. So I'll definitely go Desert Christian as well.
Yeah, Desert Christian's schedule pretty much favors them to have a good, solid over 500 season. That's what I'm looking at. They should be pretty good on this. Next game coming up here, we have your Santa Cruz Valley versus St. John's. It looks like 33% say they wanted St. John's, but they're just not going to get their way. Looks like 66% leaning the other direction towards Santa Cruz, which my friend, I am going with your squad. I'm going the same direction. I'm going with Santa Cruz. They've been doing well. Game 2. Both of these teams are undefeated, so somebody's going to lose.
Yeah.
So I think the blemish is going to go over to the right. So I'm going to go to the left.
No, if you look at this game on paper, I mean, St. John's, they played Monument Valley, Holbrook. They've outscored their opponents 130-12. Even though the Coolidge game was pretty close for Santa Cruz Valley and the Globe game, I think Santa Cruz might come out. This is a game I think which is going to start to show what type of team Santa Cruz is as far as beating a team pretty decisively. I think this one they can come out, put up a lot of points. So I'm going to go Santa Cruz Valley. I just hope that it doesn't end up closer, because then I'll start to worry about when it comes down to later in the season, if they're going to have enough to make a playoff run, or if they're going to barely make it in. But at the end of the day, I think Santa Cruz Valley has enough to knock off St. John's.
And Santa Cruz Valley is actually the underdog in this game. So,
well,
hey. Last game, wrapping it up, we have Morency's coming back again against our Willcox Cowboys. And I'll tell you what, 66% of our fan base says, hey, it's going to be Willcox. And you know what? With that win, I'm okay with the loss against AZ Lutheran by Willcox. I'm all right with that one. More so than I am with the loss against Tanque Verde. I think if, for example, if Morency would have beat Tanque Verde, I might have been a little more worried here. But I'm going to go with our fan base. I'm going to the right. I'm picking Willcox on this game. I'm pretty comfortable with this decision. What about you? Where are you at?
Oh man, you know what? I think I'm riding with you guys on this one. I think the Tanque Verde loss was a big surprise for me, for Morency, especially how bad of a loss it kind of was. Didn't expect that at all, especially after a win against Safford. But as we talk about, is that more Safford going down a couple notches, or was it Morency stepping up? But the Tanque Verde one kind of brought me back. Okay, you know what? They might struggle a little bit this year. So even though Willcox lost to Arizona Lutheran 19-0. Arizona Lutheran's a good team. I think Willcox will win this one, and I'm gonna say it might be a couple touchdowns.
Okay. Hey, so guys, at least I mean, the cool part is that's going to be at least on that eastern side of the state. So they should have a good little following crowd come out to that game and support from both sides. Hey, and I don't know if Willcox has gotten their new field. I know that they got a grant to kind of do some improvements and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to see what that does. That wraps it up for those games and our predictions on that. A lot of cool stuff, man. Always good games. We saw some good ones that are going to line up here. I mean, interesting games. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. It's like,
Hey,
good games.
well then, why don't you do what we've been doing every show? Give me your lock, your
Hold
upset,
on.
and your favorite game of the
I
week.
know I
Come
am,
on,
but at this
you
point,
know
I'm
you
too
got to be
disappointed.
prepared every time.
I dislike you at times. I do. Pull it up. Look at my picks, my predictions. What games? Let's see here. All right, so so what's the first question? Go ahead, go.
Oh, you know it is. It's give me the lock. You
I
said
think I said my lock on this one was going to be, oh, what was it? That Palo Verde Tanque Verde game. I think that was that my lock that I said.
Desert Christian, Santa Rita, maybe.
Oh, it might have been that one too. Yeah, I mean, either one of those, I'll take those as locks. Um, but yeah, what's the next question?
Your upset of the week,
Ooh,
a possible upset. You know, because
possible upset.
mm-hmm.
Ooh, oh man. Um, wow, there was a couple close ones here. Possible upset. I picked the other team. I picked Seton Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Safford could upset it. I
Okay.
mean, they could upset me here. Come on, Safford. I'm actually rooting for you to upset me. That's truthfully what I want, because I want
And
that win to stay in our regions. Go ahead. Then the other one, best
and the
game.
last one is your favorite game of the week.
I might take some of your thunder on this one here. No, I'm going to leave it for you. I'm going to let you have that one. Maybe I won't.
You could take it. Go ahead. I already
I'm
got
taking
another one
Thatcher
locked
Benjamin
in.
Franklin. Thatcher Benjamin Franklin's that's the game to watch out of this group, hands down.
All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. I think
You?
for me, let's see. My lock this week, I will say it is going to be some
I
good
said
ones
two.
out
Feel free
there.
to take one.
Let's see. Let's see. I think I'll take the Tanque Verde over Palo Verde. I
Okay,
think that'll be a lock for me there.
I think that's
My
the closer
upset
of the
of the
two.
week, possible upset of the week, and I mean, just based off of rankings right now, maybe Ben Franklin might beat Thatcher. That's going to be my
Ooh,
possible upset of the week.
you know what would
And
be
since,
another good upset one there? Is that ALA and Florence game?
yeah,
Be an
yeah, that
interesting
would
one
be a
too.
big.
Yeah.
I think. Well, we had ALA Ironwood in there. They're actually ranked a little bit lower, but I think the way the teams are going, that could be an upset. And probably since you took Thatcher versus Ben Franklin, I'm gonna say my favorite game of the week will be Push Ridge versus Chrisman. I think it's gonna be a lot closer
Ooh,
than
yes.
in previous years, so I'll take that one as my favorite. And
Uh,
but we'll see how it goes. But
That Bisbee
definitely
Douglas
one.
game could be a good match too. Who
I
you
don't
thought? What do
know. I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see, but I think Bisbee might have lost a little too much. I that's
Okay,
just my feeling on it. So we'll see.
hey, Fabian
It's
Hernandez
rivalry.
is
It's
killing it over
rivalry
there,
though.
though. Fabian
Yeah, it's
Hernandez is
rivalry.
killing it okay over there in Bisbee. I think he's doing a great job. Um, but yeah, there's definitely some good, interesting games in here. I mean, obviously, we just kind of rambled off a couple of them. So, I mean, guys, there's no reason to be sitting home on Saturday at all. I mean, Friday at all. Uh, and the other thing is too, if you don't have the games, get NFHS if you want to watch it that way. There's games posted up on YouTube. There's games to be seen if you can't make it out to a game. So definitely show your support, share on your programs, and so on. Anything else that we need to touch base on this show?
Hey, you know what? Shout out to all the fans that have been out there voting. I mean, this is there was a couple games in there where it's like, okay, 100%. I get it, I get it. But at the same time, going over, 6A through 4A and 2A and 3A, the fans know what they're talking about. They've been
Yeah,
studying a lot
yeah.
this year because
Like
some
we didn't stray from them.
yeah, yeah. There's someone there. I was just sitting there. I was like, wow, okay. I didn't expect for a favorite
Right.
to be for a Phoenix team, just say, just to name one. But yeah, definitely got a shout out to the fans who've been voting because it's been very hard for us to kind of go against what the fans have been saying because you know uh we felt the same way. So
Right. They're
kudos to
hitting
them
it.
for doing their homework as well.
Hmm.
And then we'll definitely be seeing where we're gonna be at come tomorrow night. So I can't wait to get out there again. Probably be my last one for about a week. I'll be taking off to Kansas City. So gotta do a football game out there, Eagles and Chiefs. And if you didn't see, Eagles beat the Cowboys. So it's gonna be a good one. Little Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurst. So But either way, we're still going to lock in and be able to do our recap shows and our pregame show for the upcoming week. So yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow night. Like I said, it's going to definitely show a lot about some of these good teams because they're going to be going head to head.
Yeah, my man, Big Daddy Dan, going out there with Fox Sports, hanging out with those guys. So yeah, sometimes it does make it a little difficult for us to do certain games. So bear with us on that. And actually, I see you're rocking that All-Star hat there. I know you're always wearing some of the Fox Sports attire that you wind up inheriting throughout
Oh
your,
yeah,
your
you
ventures.
can see right behind me. Got all the little well, which way would it be? That way, right there. Those are all like my little collections of my oh man, I'm drawing a blank now.
Paraphernalia.
Yeah, just a little bit of my credentials and stuff like that. So little things I collected there. Got some of the Super Bowl ones when I worked over at the Cardinals Super Bowl. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. That's what makes this even much funner because you know what, I get to do what I love, and that's cover some sports and talk about it.
Right here in our own community. We got this guy. So yeah, it's always a pleasure to kind of do this. Hey, that's a wrap up on this one here. We got our predictions in for the 3A-2A. Make sure you go to our website. I mean, our Facebook page. I apologize. Facebook page. Go to our Twitter account or X, Instagram. We're all over the place. Find us. Definitely
YouTube.
like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us and like that because that's where we're putting all of our content right now for these shows. And so be one of the first people to see it come up by being one of our followers and subscribers on YouTube. So do that as well. And also, guys, make sure you get one of those sit back chairs. I'm telling you, it makes life so much better when you're in the stands. If you're going to be in the stand, be the man. Sit on the chair. A good one, and that's that. Anything else from me, bud?
No, man. Yeah, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow night wherever we end up. Good luck to all those teams out there. So let's do it another Friday. Can't wait.
All right. See you guys.
Meet Sitback's Bleacher Seat, the first comfy stadium seat. I'm a parent with kids in sports. I've lived on the bleachers and tried countless stadium seats. I found light seats, foldable seats, hot seats, this seat. I couldn't find a comfy seat, so I made my own. First, it has a tall back with lower back, middle back, upper back, and neck support. It's lined in thick, full-body contoured padding, complete with a head pillow and optimal height armrests with cushions. It has a breathable mesh back, L-shaped folding arms, and its angular design frames your body so it won't block anyone's view. Compact, lightweight, and portable is a must, so we made it fully collapsible with padded adjustable backpack straps. While most seats are fixed, the Sitback's Bleacher Seat reclines into a relaxed position. It was almost complete when I thought, what if I could also rotate the seat? So we added a rare swivel feature so you can fully rotate the seat in any direction and view from the best angle. And there we have it, the Sitback's Bleacher Seat. When I received the first model, I was so excited. There was no pressure on my neck, no pressure on my back. I was floating. Finally, a comfy seat. Now we're ready to share it with the world. Whether you're dedicated parents, sports fans, or event goers, you've invested significant time and money into these experiences. Now get ready to sit back and relax.